On today's episode, is a new Apple TV box on its way or not? Amazon adds AI to Fire TV, but what does that mean exactly? LG's new Optimism Your Feed campaign is a great idea from an unlikely source, and the first MLA OLED not made by LG comes from a German luxury brand. Welcome to Nit Nerds News, all the need-to-know news about the stuff you watch and the stuff you use to watch it. I'm Caleb Dennison. So, is a new Apple TV box on the way in 2024 or not? Well, according to prognosticator Mark Gurman, it will not be announced at Apple's WWDC conference on Monday, June 10th, as some had hoped. Now, at one point, a new Apple TV box seemed imminent. Like, if we take a look at the announcement schedule for the last 5 generations of Apple TVs, starting in 2012, new Apple TV started out on a 2-year refresh cycle, then moved to every year and a half. Now, considering the current 3rd-gen Apple TV 4K was announced October 22nd in 2022, it would make sense for Apple to announce the 4th-gen Apple TV 4K in June of 2024. But that seems to be off the table for now if Bloomberg's Gurman, who has a pretty good track record of predicting Apple's moves, is once again correct. Some publications speculate that an on-device AI feature isn't yet ready for prime time, thus the departure from the typical launch schedule. This new Apple TV box, whenever it arrives, is also hoped to have a more powerful A17 chip and an onboard camera to support the recently launched FaceTime on Apple TV, which presently requires an iPhone or iPad. It's also hoped to debut at a lower price, perhaps starting at $100. You guys, I'm as interested as anyone to see a new Apple TV device, though personally, I'd like to see some onboard video processing, something that really takes advantage of the streaming box's horsepower, because despite being a year and a half old, the A15 chip in the current Apple TV remains the most powerful processor in any streaming device by a significant margin, though NVIDIA's Shield Pro offers more functionality and features with its lesser powered Tegra X1 chip. Oh, and in related news, if you want to save on an Apple TV 4K right now, VERIZON, of all retailers, has the biggest discount we've seen, currently offering one at just $90. We've got a link to that deal below. Speaking of streamers, Amazon Fire TV devices running Fire TV OS 6 and later are getting a generative AI search upgrade. Owners of Fire TV sticks, Fire TV cubes, and TVs with Amazon Fire TV built in will soon get customized and personalized search results using natural language. This new AI-powered search is English only, at least for now, and it's going to turn up results for content across several streaming apps, not just Amazon Prime Video. In a video Amazon posted on YouTube, search examples included some pretty obscure references such as show me movies about dog and human friendships, or show me psychological thrillers with surprise endings. The idea is to assist folks with finding content even if they can't quite put their finger on what they're looking for. You can even use pull quotes for movies and taglines or themes to get help. Now, I don't know about you, but this just makes me want to see if I can stump Amazon you-know-who with some seriously obscure references. And I gotta wonder, is this the kind of AI-powered Siri feature Apple has in mind for the new Apple TV that we may or may not get? Let me know what you think down in the comments. What else could that AI be used for? There is a new MLA OLED TV in town, and it is not made by LG. HD TV Test Vincent Teo recently published a video showing off a new high-end OLED TV manufactured by luxury brand Luva, which I've always just called Low, so that's kind of embarrassing. That and Maybach, I gotta remember that. Now, the panel in this TV apparently does come from LG Display, but according to Teo, Luva gets an open cell MLA OLED panel from LG and then builds the panel modules at a special manufacturing facility in Germany. Other interesting aspects about this TV include a thin concrete back. Yeah, I said concrete. Sounds rock solid. And speaking of rocking, the TV is also outfitted with a premium forward-facing 200-watt audio system. I highly suggest checking out Vincent's video. Link for that is down in the description. Now, I don't know that I'll ever be able to get my eyes on this TV, but I'd sure like to see what Luva does with it. I still think I'm pronouncing that wrong. Please feel free to roast me in the comments, because I can take it. And now for some feel-good news, LG has released a new global campaign called Optimism your feed. Now, the name is, in my opinion, awful, but the idea is just heartwarming, and I'd argue very much needed right now. Optimism your feed is basically a collection of curated content playlists, all of which is positive, fun, upbeat, and uplifting. And the idea is you watch a bunch of this content to force your social media algorithms into pushing you positive content, transforming your social feeds and FYP into happy places, as opposed to the doom scrolling nightmare that they probably are right now. It's a great idea if you ask me, and I think it's one that's gonna take off and see huge success, probably in the hands of an entity other than LG. Still, gotta hand it to LG for launching it. That's it for this episode of Nit Nerds News. I hope you enjoyed it, but I'd love to hear what you think would make this show better. So please leave me a comment down below. I'll be watching and commenting back when this video publishes, so I'll see you there. Like and subscribe for more. I'll see you on the next one, and until then, here's 2 other videos I think you might like.